All right, we're back, YouTube, for part two of how to enroll in Medicare online. The part one was more about how to enroll online, but more focused towards Medicare Advantage. Today is going to be mainly focused on Medicare Supplement. All right. So, like I did last time, I'm going to be pulling up Medicare.gov. This being a government website, you can look at it as an unbiased website. I always say this, if I pull quotes, if I pull information, it does come from Medicare.gov. And that's the main thing we want to. Well, I say I, as an agent, I'm going to speak to myself. I like to be unbiased. My whole approach to listening to a scenario, okay, I'm working, I'm going to stay working. I don't want to draw Social Security, but I need to know this, this, and this. So I look at it from a point of what puts the person in the best place financially, coverage wise, but then also what is priority to them. And those are the kinds of questions I get into. I'm not going to get into it now. I did go over it in part one. So do check out that video. Medicare supplement. Let's go look for it on Medicare.gov. Let me share this screen. All right. All right. So here we go. We're going to, and let me bring this page over here. I know you guys can't see this, but I can. Helps me out. All right. So this is, if you just type in Medicare.gov, you're going to get pointed to this section. I'll say that you don't really need to log in, create an account, do anything like that. If you absolutely want to and you want to have kind of like all your stuff in one place, you can. You can see what you're enrolled in, so on and so forth. But if not, you could just say get started with Medicare. Now, because we are looking at Medicare supplement, we are going to, you know what? Let's just get back and go to health and drug plans. Let's find that. Let's go there. All right. So if you're following me, I went to find here health and drug plans and then clicked on that find health and drug. So I'm here in San Antonio, Texas. So I'm just going to type in my own zip code. Y'all type in yours, and I'm going to put in their Medigap policy. And I'm going to stop right here because I'm going to give you tip number one. Tip number one coming at you. All right. So one of the things that makes it I'd say a little complicated in Medicare is all the different words that come along with literally the same thing. Okay, so here we go. Medicare Part A and B is called traditional Medicare, also called, aka called original Medicare. All right. So if you are taking notes, write down Part A, Part B, traditional Medicare, original Medicare. Okay. Part C is also known as an Advantage plan, which is also known as managed care, HMO, PPO. Boom. Group that together. All right. Draw borders around it. Good, because it is not in the original Medicare or traditional Medicare. Draw borders around that one, borders around this one. I'm a borders kind of gal, if you get my drift. Okay. So then Part D is a drug plan. All right. And draw a little border around that one. So a Medigap, aka Medicare supplement, aka I like to throw around the term pure insurance, aka Plan G, Plan N, Plan K, Plan A, Plan B. So there's 10 plans in Medicare supplement Medigap. The ones you will be focused on, and I'm saying you're going to be focused on because it's what I would enroll my own parents in, is either a G or an N, because it does provide the most coverage that an American can get. Okay, so those are all the terms that are going to get kind of thrown around at you on different websites, different videos that you watch, things like that. Okay, so let's get back into it. Okay, so we are checking into Medigap here, and we'll find plans. So, and we're loading. Okay, so step one, decide which plan you want. Pick your policy, contact the company, or contact an agent, and then you can enroll from there. So decide which plan you want. Plan G, let's go ahead and click in here. Oh, look at that. I didn't even know I gave you guys that. This is super handy. Okay, so all the green check marks is obviously meaning what it includes in. All the X's does not include or doesn't cover. The percentages are coinsurance, which kind of scares me because it can be 50% of a $500 doctor bill or a $50,000 doctor bill. And that just percentage kind of goes up. And it tells you that right in here. So let's get into G and N, because if you're Medicare eligible before 2020, you can enroll in an F. Yeah, maybe a little pricey, but you can do it. Everybody else is going to be looking at G and N. So what are the differences? Both. Let's see what similarities are first. Both have all the green checks here, green checks here. Both do not cover the Part B deductible, which this video is being filmed in 2024, which is $240 annually. Not bad at all. That's pretty cool. Your Part B excess charge. Let's see these little dots here. Go and click on that. An amount a provider can charge over the Medicare approved amount. So this is usually the doctors that don't take a Medicare assignment to begin with. So a really good way of taking an N plan, because G covers that 15% excess charge and does not, as you can see. Really good way to get away with an N plan is to make sure your doctors take Medicare assignment. If 96% of the doctors take Medicare assignment, then ask the question. And it's as easy as that, and you can avoid that excess charge. Other than that, they are entirely the same. Let's compare G to F. F has got checks all the way down, all greens, foreign travel, except for foreign travel. Okay. So the only difference between the F and the G is that the F covers the Part B deductible and the G does not. So again, it just covers the $240. G doesn't. So if you can handle the $240 problem, I would go with the G. If you need a budget-friendly option, I would go with the N. This is my opinion only. My opinion only. Okay. All right. So then we can get into picking the policy, contacting the company. To do that, we're going to go ahead and press the Start button here. Okay. So go ahead and type in 65. Yes, you can get 64-year-old premiums in certain states. For this purposes, this video, I am looking at Texas. It will not show me G or N or any other of the other plans that you can only get as a 65-year-old in Texas. So I had to type in 65 here. I'm a female and I do not use tobacco. Update prices. All right. Now, what it's going to do is still give you that selection of all the plans. So you want to scroll down, and it gives a little highlights here. That's pretty simple. And go ahead and look at view policies, not plan details, view policies. This is where it's going to list your the different companies, and again, it's filtering by premium, low to high. You can also filter with these other two. company name. Don't know why you do that unless you're looking for a particular company. The pricing, attained age to issue age. I'm going to leave it where it's at, low to high. The less filters I do, the more I can see what all the options are and then start to filter myself. So Humana, great company, right at the top there, 105. And you'll start to see as it goes. I mean, there's not big jumps here, but look how many companies offer a plan G. There's 49 gap policies here. So then the question is, and I'll come out of the screen. So the question is how do we how do we pick, like, if a plan G, let's make this clear here. A plan G is the same with company A, B, and C. No matter which plan you go with, it is the same. So the same cover. So if a plan G is a plan G is a plan G, then why is there so many and how do we choose? So you will want to choose a company. I'm talking to baby boomers here, so I know you guys have like a lot of brand loyalty, which is fine. And I love that about you guys. So if you know Humana, Aetna, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Mutual of Omaha, been around for ages, and you say, hey, I used to watch Wild Kingdom. I know the brand. My life insurance policy is with them. I'd like to know their sub rates. And that's the company you go with, and go with that company. What you want to avoid is new players in the game and maybe companies that are a bit smaller. So here's why, is because if that block of business gets too sick for the company to financially afford claims, it will start to raise rates. So you want to look at companies that are a little bit bigger, AM Best rating, S&P rating, and A rated, A in A plus companies, so they are financially fit to ride the weather and don't raise rates on you. Now, will they raise rates? Yes, every company will raise rates. Okay, but the key is to pick one that is going to raise rates at a smaller rate or smaller jump. So we don't have a crystal ball, though. That is the problem. So then I personally get into, well, if I'm your agent and I'm looking at all these companies and I can write business, you want a Mutual of Omaha policy and that's what you want, perfect. Let's get you that policy. But if I'm going to recommend companies, there's a couple of things that I do look at. As an agent, I will recommend companies that, number one, I can get a hold of. Because a part of the things that I offer my clients is help throughout the year, servicing their policy. I believe that Medicare is a very service-oriented industry, and we should serve those who give us business, which are you. So, and if the company is paying me to service you, then why would I do that? Okay. Now, I will say, sorry about the little pup barking. So I'm going to recommend the companies that I can get on the phone, easily talk to, easily understand, and they're not making a big, long, complex transfer here, and here. Because if I can't answer the phone and you need a quick question and you turn over that card and call that 1-800 number, I don't want you to experience the transfer and somebody you can't understand. Not what I want to do. So yeah, if, for example, there's a couple of companies before Humana, not ringing Humana's bell or anything, but they have done leaps and bounds in the last year. They pulled out of the group coverage. They put their resources into Medicare. That's a pretty good sign for me. And every time I call Humana, they answer the phone and I can understand them, and they get the call done like that. So if someone else is above them, I don't know them, and maybe they don't have the same customer experience, agent experience, then yes, I may go with a second or third ranked on Medicare.gov, it may be $2 cheaper, but what are we talking about here? We're talking about your medical care, the policy that's going to step in when you need it the most. And so I do look at quality over a premium. Obviously, premium goes in there, but that's what I look at when choosing a Medicare supplement company. So then you're going to go in, and we'll put this back up. So after you pick your plan, you can let's go ahead and visit a company. And we won't visit Humana because we already talked about Humana. Who else can we visit? That's a PDP preferred. Let's go into United. What about Mutual of Omaha? Let's go into their website. All right, and let's look at them. All right, my date of birth is 01/15. Oh, geez. 01/15. 1959. I turned 65 in January. Okay. It's going to ask me, this is one of the benefits of going through an agent. It's going to ask me, do you live in a resident, or are you married or live with somebody who you've lived with for 12 months? Now, this is just Mutual of Omaha. There's all kinds of different discounts, especially with Medicare supplements, all kinds of discounts. Different companies offer discounts. More than likely, a broker will know the different ones. So again, if you're talking to a broker and they don't mention discounts, or they don't make try to find the best discount according to what your current household looks like, you can fill in the blank. Okay, so I'll just say yes. Boom, 12%. Get quote with household discount. And it comes up with your quotes there. Right? This is not typical of all of America. We're talking about one county here in Texas. It would just go by zip code. All right, let me close this. So then this does a really good job of saying what is included and what's not included. So boom, apply online. I'm not going to do that because it's going to ask me for my MBI, and I'm 36 years old. So this is how you would go through your Plan G or your Plan N or whatever supplement you choose. Now, what do we need? This is a pop quiz. What do we need we've got original Medicare as our primary. We've got a Medicare supplement as our secondary. What else do we need to avoid a penalty? A drug plan. If you guessed that, great. If you didn't, see video 1. Okay, so for drug plans, you could do the exact same thing. Start with Medicare.gov. All right, how about this? I will go all the way back to Medicare.gov. So you start with Medicare.gov and you can type in your drugs. Okay. So let's look at this. We're looking at a Part D plan, drug plan. It is standalone because we're going with a Medicare supplement. So let's go find us a plan. So let's find plans now. And we're going to type in the zip code. Continue. What are we looking at for? Medicare Drug Plan Part D. Part D, or PDP, Prescription Drug Plan. I don't fill anything out here because I want to see the unfiltered results. Now, I will fill out, let's do both. Let's go through this without any kind of filter and see what comes up and why. Lowest drug plus premium cost. So lowest drug copays plus premium costs. So what's come up first? A WellCare value script. Why? It is 50 cents. That's why it comes up first. Not because it's the best plan for you, but based on our sorting option here, this is what comes up first. But what we can do is now go back. We can go back and we can add our drugs. So I'm going to just throw some drugs in here that I see like on an hourly basis. Okay. I see losartan. I see some kind of blood pressure pill. Okay, let's do blood pressure's not too bad. Okay, once a day. All right. Add another. I'm going to throw in there a statin. Oops. Rosu, the statin. All right. And I'm going to get into just add that. And then what am I also going to I'm going to put in omeprazole. Don't act like you don't have some reflux issues. All right. Let's just do 30. And then we're going to throw in a good old metformin for diabetes. Let's see, right there. Add to my list. All right, perfect. So we got a little drug list going, done adding drugs. Now, what you also can do is select a pharmacy. Most people go to Walgreens, and look what also I can do. I can compare different pharmacies. Let's pick more of a distance. Apply. And what if we just do, we're going to click mail in as well to see if we can get our drugs just mailed to us for 90 days and save a little bit of money. That's probably cool too. Let's also look at Walmart. Walmart. Okay, done. We're going to click done. Now it's going to filter our options. Now with drugs in there, it's going to filter out which pharmacy is best to use. Boom. Okay, so WellCare also, it still comes up. All right, now we're getting somewhere. We're getting closer to a plan that suits us. This is key. You can go onto Medicare.gov. You can type in your drugs. You can look in and filter out with your pharmacies as well. You're getting into now what's going to best suit you throughout the year while you're on these drugs. Okay, so let's proceed to plan details. This is kind of cool about Medicare.gov. They will tell you based on the pharmacies that you chose, who's in network. Yeah, they're in network, but look who's preferred here. It's not Walmart. You're going to get a better price at Walgreens, and that's what Medicare.gov is going to tell you. So in Walmart, Walgreens, and on mail order. Look what the difference is here. I could use an extra $222 a year. Okay, but you can do a little bit of the grunt work, and I'll say this: have a little bit of responsibility and accountability into your plan, because then you'll get to know it a whole lot better, and know that whenever you see Joe Schmo on TV, or you get all these mailers or people chirping in your ear about their plan, you know exactly why you chose your plan, and Medicare.gov will help you do that. Man, this is great stuff. Okay, so then from there, if you would like to enroll, you just click the little enroll button. And you can enroll yourself on Medicare.gov. And I'll go ahead and stop sharing here. Remember, you can do it yourself, DIY your Medicare. You can do it on Medicare.gov, but it's not something I recommend, not because I'm the agent that I make a living helping people find their plan and servicing their plan. That's not why I'm telling you that I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it because there's just why would you think that you can understand and not that you're not understanding, but to major in this stuff. It's a difference to understand something. All right, I know how to I know how to plant this tomato plant. I'll watch some YouTube videos. I'm gonna go ahead and do it myself. But if you want that plant to prosper for the rest of the year, you don't want it to get frostbite, you don't want it to like do this and that, well, maybe I should start to call in experts. And because these things change every year, Med Sup plans. Those are guaranteed renewable for the rest of your life. But Part D plans, Medicare Advantage plans, these things change every year. So you've got to communicate. You got to keep your finger on the Medicare pulse. And if that's something you want to do every single year, fine, then take care of yourself. But if not, why not let an agent help you? And that's all I'm trying to say. So my name's Alyssa. We will start to get into drug plans in the next video. We're also going to get into the finer details of Medicare, and again, just how to navigate your enrollment when you're about to turn 65. Y'all have a great day.